Well, after being shut out 4 times early in this season, the Yankees have exploded for 15 runs in consecutive days. Are they back?
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
This game has exposed one thing, is that our pitching is not what it should be. The slugfest, don't let the slugfest hide what's a problem on this team, and that's we have starting pitching that, 2 times out of 5 starts, these guys can't get out of the 4th or 5th inning.
Thanks for the call, and I hear you, and I hear your concern. But honestly, that's the case with most Major League Baseball teams right now. Pitching is thin throughout the league. Teams are babying pitchers because there's been so many elbow injuries. I'm actually kind of hoping that the Yankees will add an arm or two from the minor leagues before this series with Baltimore, because they've got Clark Schmidt going in game 1. And Clark Schmidt never, ever pitches past maybe 5 1/3, 5 2/3. I don't think he's completed 6 innings in his career. And so the Yankees are probably going to need to get several outs from the bullpen tonight, and that's going to wear them out. They got a 4-game series against the main team that they're battling for first place in the American League East. So it would behoove them to bring in some fresh arms. I don't know who's available, who can come in and actually make a difference. You have to assume that not every game in this series is going to be close. You're probably going to have at least 1 or 2 games where you got 5-run difference or 6-run difference. It would be nice to have somebody come in and eat up those outs so you don't have to use your high leverage guys. But it's a point that you made. Pitching is thin, but at least the offense is coming around. We'll worry about the pitching next.
What a great game for the Yankees today. They finally have woken up from their hitting slumber, and I'm so happy. Rizzo, Torres, Judge, a lot of beautiful things are happening right now.
Not only is Judge heating up, and but also Rizzo, and that's going to be big for us. Thanks again.
Getting Rizzo going is huge because that gives the protection to Aaron Judge that he needed. Now you can't pitch around Aaron Judge because Rizzo will burn you. Rizzo with 4 hits yesterday, including his 300th home run. He's got 3 home runs in about a week. He's been swinging a hot bat. And now you've got to be careful with Aaron Judge. And you've got to be careful before Aaron Judge because you've got Juan Soto. So the pressure is becoming more and more concentrated in that top half of the order. If Giancarlo Stanton can go on one of those ballistic hot streaks again, he had a kind of hot streak early in the season. He slowed down a little bit. But if he can get going again, man, I would just love for this entire offense to be clicking for this 4-game Baltimore series. I don't think it's going to happen. It almost never happens, but man, that would be fun.
Erik, this is the Bronx Yankee, waiting for that anticipated matchup Wednesday night. Eel versus Corbin Burnes. I'll be watching that game Wednesday night. Hopefully, that won't be the game we have to worry about.
Every single game in this series should be a game that the Yankees have to worry about. The Orioles are a dynamic offense. I know they just lost 2 out of 3 to the Oakland A's, but they're a really good offense. They got some good pitching. Grayson Rodriguez going in this series. And as you mentioned, Corbin Burnes going in this series. I fully expect Corbin Burnes to shut down the Yankees. He's one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. But Luis Gil, when he's on, can be absolutely filthy. Hopefully he can take advantage of some of the younger hitters who are a little bit maybe impatient and maybe don't want to wait out a walk, and he can get a high strikeout game. That's kind of my hope for Luis Gil this series. But I'm going to be sweating out every single game because this is a really important series. These games matter. These games early in the season can affect the entire season. You don't want to lose this division by 1 game because you blew a series in late April and early May on the road. You want to come out and make a statement right now while everybody's swinging the bats well and while you got your pitching mostly healthy despite Garrett Cole being out. Everyone else in the rotation seems to be healthy and throwing the ball at least decently. So this is a big series.
Spencer, and I goddamn love Verdugo, man. It's just something about clubhouse presence It's something about his attitude on the field. It's just New York. I love it. That's all I want to say. Shout out to that guy.
To crib a line from Bob Uecker in Major League 2, it's funny how a new uniform can change your opinion about a guy. I hated Verdugo when he was with the Red Sox, but I think he's been just the right energy that this team needs. Over the last several years, we've had a lot of guys just kind of going through the motions. Aaron Hicks comes to mind. Gary Sanchez comes to mind. I'm glad to have somebody out there who plays hard every single play, who's a good outfielder, who makes contact, who doesn't strike out very often. He doesn't strike out much at all, which is big. He's showcasing more power this year. He's learning to pull the ball with authority. Right now, he's on pace for about 20 home runs, and I don't know if he's going to get that many, but when you combine his contact ability, I think he's going to probably hit 270, and you add a little bit of pop in there and the solid defense, that's a hell of a player. Now, I don't know if he's going to be back because the Yankees have some good outfielders coming up with Dominguez and Jones, but if we can get a really good year out of him, you'd have to consider it a successful trade.
What's up, Derek? This is Javier from the Bronx, and oh my gosh, what a win. Seriously, I just love it. So now we are off to Baltimore. Orioles, here we come. We're going to beat you.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's going to be a very tough series, a very, very tough series. But having Aaron Judge, as I mentioned on the postgame, heating up, heading into a ballpark where he's obviously very comfortable hitting. We've seen him hit some bombs in Baltimore. Go back and watch Chasing History, The Summer of Judge, the documentary I did a couple years ago about his run at 62 home runs. And you see some of the bombs that he hit in Baltimore, 460, 470 feet. Could use a couple of those this week. And the way he's swinging the bat, I would not bet against him. All right, everybody, thanks for calling in. Big game tonight against the Orioles. Tune in moments after the show for the live podcast, and I will see you when I see you. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. We're here pretty much every game and every morning after the game, taking your voicemails. I'll see you next time.